Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Learning with Session Allens and Abby Wu. Today, we're going over different types of video games, specifically the different genres that one could potentially make on a game developing software called Scratch. So, here are the different games. Here's a little overview of what we're going to talk about. We're going to cover tower defense, mazes, platformers, puzzles, and projectile games. So the first one that we're going to talk about are tower defense games. These are also known as the lazy person genre, the lazy person games, because what you can do is once you get to a certain point, the main critique of tower defense games is that you can walk away and not do anything. And so what you do is you essentially have enemies starting on a path from somewhere or from two places, and essentially they're trying to get to your home. Let's say your home or your base is over here. They walk all the way along the path to try to get there. What you do is you build towers to destroy them. So like some of these things throw things at them. Other towers create little goblins or something that are on your side that attack the enemies. And when you kill the enemies, you get money. And you can spend that on your towers. And so this keeps going until you either win or sometimes it's an endless mode and you can never win. So that's tower defense games. They are interesting because you can have so many different tower types and you can have different enemies. One of the best tower defense games out there is Plants vs. Zombies because there are so many different plants you can play to defeat a bunch of different zombies. The next type is mazes. These are very, very simple to code. So if you want to do an easy one, maze is the way to go. Basically, what you can do is the goal is just get from one point, like here, to the next. From the player starts here and tries to get to the planet or something. And what you can do is you can have monsters in the maze, you can have keys that unlock doors or little checkpoints in the maze, you can have stars or bonus points, and maybe there's a little bit of a puzzle aspect to get from one point to another. It's very versatile and there's a lot of things you can do. The next type are platform games or platformers. In my opinion, probably the most fun. And so what you can do is a lot of them are centered around a jump mechanic. Where you jump up. So for example, the most well-known one is Super Mario Bros. You just go along and you jump. The question marks give you power-ups, which allow you to like shoot fireballs or like fly in the air. And you can kill enemies like these little Goombas. And the main allure of a platformer is that you can explore a different world and kind of a lot of different worlds. And that's why people really, really like them. You just have a bunch of enemies. Varying enemies makes your game interesting. You can have hiding spots or in rewards in those hiding spots. For example, like trying to get the coin and figuring out a creative way to get to those places makes your game very interesting. All right, our next section is puzzle games, the most mentally taxing and challenging. You have to recognize that puzzles are it is a very diverse genre. There's a lot of things that are considered puzzle games. And so I've listed 3 here, but there are so many. So one of the ones that I like the best is Cut the Rope, where you have to get a candy to this green creature named Omnom. He's very cute. And so like these balloons, when you press them, they blow air and they move the candy. This spider wants to eat the candy. So if you are too slow, then the spider will eat it and the bubble allows it to float. Tetris, one of the most well-known ones, is just trying to arrange geometric shapes. So that way you make rows of 4 or rows, just a complete row. So like putting this block down here completes the row and you get points. This one is snoring. I really like this one. The goal is to wake up this elephant by using different animals that have different abilities. Number 5, our last one for the day, projectile games. Basically, you use things to shoot other things. One of the most well-known ones is Angry Birds. You shoot a bird at pigs that are in a giant structure. There's TNT blocks that explode, and the goal is to destroy stuff. And then you can move on to the next level. You collect items or stars based on how well you shot something or how many things you destroyed, and they can be very, very fun. To recap, we have tower defense games, which allow you to protect your home from enemies, mazes, where you're just going from point A to point B, platformers, where you can explore a whole world, puzzle games that just require you to come up with a creative solution every level, and projectile games, which allow you to make stuff explode. And there are a lot more, seriously. There are so many different genres, and this is just a very, very brief overview of some of the ones that are kind of easy to code, which is why I put them on here. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.